Pardon me, sir, but what are you looking at?
Hey, it's John Tucker with Fendon Roofing. Today, I'm giving you a behind-the-scenes look at our production project checklist. This is just one way that we ensure every detail of your roofing project is documented, triple-checked, and built to the highest quality. It's also backed by our lifetime workmanship promise for your peace of mind. So let's dive in. We got our production checklist, and we're going to check 39 fields or details during your roofing project. And it all starts after your shingle material has been delivered, and we deliver all of your roof accessories, like all your plumbing flashings and step flashings and special underlayments and nails and, the things that kind of help make the shingle roof work. Then we're going to take 360-degree images showing the material condition that was delivered. We're going to take pictures clearly showing the shingle dye lots are all matching. Tennessee is a uniform appearance state, and the last thing we want is to have some of your packages of shingle be produced at a different time, because then you're going to have blotches and unsightly chunks of a slightly different version of your color because the shingles were manufactured at different times. Then we're going to go ahead and take some 360-degree ground images showing the home. Usually it's 8 to 16 pictures. That way we've documented every aspect of the outside of your house, from our sales process and multiple visits there during your insurance claim, whatever else. We've gotten pictures 360 degrees around your home multiple times. This way we can ensure all details are captured. We're going to get 360-degree ground images of all of your gutters and all of your downspouts for the same reason. If anything is damaged during the job, we want to make sure that we take care of it and we leave your home in a much, much better condition than when we first met you and started helping out. Now, on project day, when the roof starts getting torn off, we're going to send you a link. You can see every image that's taken during your project as the images are being taken. We're going to take 360-degree ground images of all of your roofing removed down to the decking. And this is required by code that your roof be torn off the decking, but we want to also show and prove that your decking is good to hold the new nails and we're not covering up any bad wood. Then we're going to get images of all of your old metal flashings with holes through them. This is really important on insurance claims where the insurance adjuster tries to claim that the flashings don't need to be changed so they can avoid the extreme cost of dealing with the siding that meets the roofing surface and other aspects of your job. We're going to get pictures of any of the siding that's released when we are changing those flashings between the roof and the siding, and then installing your ice and water shield. This is a peel and stick protection that permanently bonds to the roof wood, and code requires that we put it at least 4 inches up your wall, and our goal on every project is to have that special protection 6 to 8 inches up the wall under your siding to make 100% sure there's zero risk of ever having any leaks or issues here. We're going to get close-up images of all of the bad wood that we found during tear-off, and we're going to note each of those pieces of bad wood, probably with some spray paint or a marker, something that indicates that each is unique and obvious for you, for our administrator, and for your insurance carrier if this is a claim project. We're going to upload an image of the receipt for any wood that we purchased to our customer job file. That way the administrator knows to exactly what penny to charge on the wood, because we don't believe in making money off of something that has to be done just so we can do our work. We're going to get close-up images and overview images of all the new wood that we install, and then we're also going to have those noted. That way you can see where it's all at. If it's 8 pieces of bad wood that we noted here, we're going to go ahead and get you 8 pictures of new wood installed in the roof. Underlayments and flashings is the next phase of your project. We're going to get images of all of your metal drip edge flashing installed at the eaves by the gutters before your underlayment goes on. Then we're going to get images of how your drip edge at the eave by the gutters is folded at the corners where the angled rake edges start. We've put the drip lip, this closest to the gutter side, around the outside corner where your eave terminates. And then we fold the top half that's 3 inches wide down over the top of it, and it fully boxes in the outside corner, making sure that there is zero risk of small amounts of water rolling around the edge of the shingle in a rainstorm and getting to any of the wood and causing an issue or damage. We're going to get 360-degree rooftop images of all places that we've installed that special protection for your roof called ice and water. That's going to be in all of your valleys, which is like the inside angled areas of the roof where all the water congregates and it tends to wear shingle out. We're going to put this additional liner down to protect against any risk of issue. Also, the same thing with pitch changes, anywhere that your roof meets a wall or siding, and all of your penetrations in the roof, like your plumbing vents, bathroom vents, other vent types like for a gas water heater, a gas heat exchange in the house, even your kitchen hood vent, skylights, and chimneys. We're going to get rooftop images of each plumbing vent with the pipe neck wrapped and sealed. This is a step that we do that's a little bit over what code requires. Code only requires the 18-inch base flashing glued down to the roof, 18 inches from the plumbing vent. But we also like to wrap the base with a plastic pipe goes through the roof with some of the base flashing material and then put roofing cement all around that joint. That way, if there's ever any issue with water getting past your pipe flashing, you're protected. We're going to get images of all the rake drip edge. That's the angled edges of your roof that you can see on the sides. And this metal drip edge flashing is actually installed over your felt and underlayments. It's capitalized here to make sure everything is done exactly as code requires, and we document it, proving our workmanship to you. And then the next thing we're going to get in the underlayment section is 360-degree rooftop images with all of your underlayments and your base flashing ice and water and your new flashings installed. Now we get to move on to actually installing shingle on your house. Starter shingle goes first, then the field shingle, which is the pretty colored shingle you see in the finished roof. And then we have the cap shingles, which go on your highest points, like your ridges and your hips. So we're going to get images showing how your eave starter is installed with a max overhang of 3/4 of an inch, nailed 2 inches from the outside edge of the roof, with nails spaced every 8 to 10 inches. These notes are in here, so our project managers don't have to worry about if they remember every single technical detail when they're new working with the team. We have these notes here to make sure they know exactly what they're looking at and exactly what needs to be done. And if it's not done this way, to get the crew to do it again. Now we're going to get images showing all of your rake starter shingle installed. This is the starter shingle that goes up the angled edges on the outside edge of your roof. Again, we get the instructions here so our project managers don't have to remember every single technical detail. The first piece going up the angled edge actually goes on top of or overlapping the eave starter. We're going to go ahead and start putting on your field shingle, or the pretty shingle you see in the finished product. And we're going to document that the guys are actually nailing it correctly to make sure everything is done exactly the way code and manufacturer requires, with our very first nails starting 1 inch from the outside edge and nail 2 and 3, 10 inches after the previous nail. We're going to be making sure every single nail is not overdriven, nothing is crooked, nothing is high nailed, meaning it's way above the common bond area and will result in shingles falling off when your roof is about 6 years old. Every one of our nails should be going through the common bond where both layers of your architectural shingle are glued together. This way, nothing falls apart. And now after that, the next little bit of shingle that needs to be installed, all of our field shingles on, but we need to put the cap shingles on at your highest points or your ridges. And that's going to get 2 nails on each outside edge of the nailing zone, 1 inch from the outside edge and 1 inch apart from each other. Then finally, we're going to get rooftop images of the completed roof, showing every last cap shingle on every single ridge and ensuring that no exposed nails are left on your project ever. Code allows for exposed nails in the last ridge cap shingle. It is a very common practice for the last cap shingle to get 4 nails right through the face of it and be left that way. And we've noted over time that most roofs that we pull off that have those nails exposed in the last cap shingle, and or someone caulked it during the initial install and that caulking cracked over time in the sun, and water gets past those exposed nails, and it creates a very, very, very tiny moisture intrusion, causing the wood to turn gray and dark, sometimes even mold up. And we want to make sure we're protecting that roof wood for many, many years. Next, we are going to document details about your roof's ventilation, and the ventilation massively affects your electric bill, especially the more your insulation in the attic is too low and it's not at least 4 inches above your ceiling joist in the attic floor. And it's going to affect how long your shingle roof lasts. And we're here to make sure you get a roof that can last as long as the product that you chose. So we're going to get images of all of your intake vents down by the gutters and in your soffit overhang. We are going to get images of any gable end vents that are usually on the sort of triangular shaped side of your house. We are going to get images of every single one of your vented ridges for the exhaust, getting rid of the hot air and the moisture with a maximum vent cut of 2 inches on each side of the ridge's center. Now, we're also going to get images of that completed ridge vent and how it's nailed every 10 inches before the ridge cap shingles go on. This is done near the end of the job. The guys are really tired. They're just focused on how to get the next task done and get off that roof without falling down. They're just exhausted, right? And if the nails are not consistent, it allows that plastic vent to actually warp in the sun, creating a larger opening, which is not helping with your ventilation. And it can confuse the flow of hot, moist air leaving your attic when the vents are not nailed consistently. Now, for the final job, we are on the rooftop still. We are going to get 360-degree rooftop images of the completed roof. We are going to get a rooftop image of all of your roof penetrations. That's your plumbing vents, bathroom fan vents, hood vent for your kitchen, skylights, chimneys, all sorts of things. Might even have a heated vent for your water heater or gas heat in your house. And we're going to get final pictures of all of those so you know exactly how they're installed. We're going to get rooftop images showing all exposed flashings, like any places you have a wall flashing in front of a dormer, the apron or the head flashing at a chimney, a skylight, things like that. We are going to get rooftop images of every single one of your ridges, rooftop images of the very last cap shingle on every single ridge, showing that we left your project with no exposed nails ever. Even though it's common for those nails on the top of the ridge, we want no exposed nails ever, anywhere, because we're warranting our quality of work to never be the cause of your roof failure. Leaving exposed nails, it would be unacceptable. That's a mark of an average roofer, and you didn't hire us to be an average roofer. We're going to get rooftop images showing the inside of all of your gutter trays cleaned out to prove that there's no nails left behind, that we care about your home, and we're leaving your home, your roof, and its other related systems in perfect working order. We are going to get 360-degree ground overview images of your completed roof that will also show how your yard is completely cleaned. There's not a piece of felt anywhere. There's no nails anywhere for your puppy's paws, your kid's feet, your own feet, or to catch any nails in a tire of your vehicle. Then we're going to note your job file with all details of the job, that things got changed. And then we start building this little report here, which is given to you after the project with your final invoice for your forever proof of the quality of the workmanship.